Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tollax here back with another video. Reaction video type shit. Anyways, I just want to say, I apologize in advance if my laptop crashes for some weird reason. Sometimes it has a tendency of doing that while I be making videos. You know what I'm saying? So just please bear with me. Also, I would truly appreciate it if you are brand new to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Road to 1,000 subscribers this year. You feel me? But yeah, also I just want to say that we are going to be taking a trip down memory into of Disney's one of Disney's best shows of all time, aka Ant Farm, which stands for Advanced Natural Talents. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me know in the comments who is your favorite character on the show. Now, me personally, if I'm being honest, I really didn't have a favorite character. They're all unique in their own way to me.
Disney Channel takes you to a school.
Welcome to the Ant Farm!
I'm an ant because I'm in the Advanced Natural Talents program.
That's anything but ordinary.
Each student in the Ant program has a unique gift.
Trying his music, mine is art, and Oz is answering questions nobody's asking.
I'm really good
nah.
at it.
Around this place, small is the new big.
Get in, hurry! There are advantages
That's
to being
crazy.
the smallest kids in school. Did you
Damn.
want to throw up on you? You left your locker open. But don't worry, I kept your blankie safe.
Are you a magician? No, actually, I think magicians are so hot. Pick a color.
How do you
Wow.
go to chess club? Don't twirl.
Just relax your cheek muscles. Oh, not those cheek muscles!
Damn.
Usually when I cornrow China's hair, I don't actually find corn in it.
So that's where that went.
Their humor was different.
Disney Channel's new comedy Ant Farm is coming soon.
Hey, on Disney Channel.
Do you remember
What are we
when it
doing?
was?
Ant Farm was a Disney Channel sitcom from 2011.
Oh,
I
he
knew
used
nothing
music
about
from
the
the
show
show, too.
besides the fact that it was new and China Anne McClain was in it. Some of y'all know China from House of Pain or Black Lightning.
Oh my god, she was she's a good actor. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like me personally, I think the first time I saw her was from House of Pain before. No. I saw her Ant Farm before I started watching House of Pain back then. I'm being honest with you guys.
Die-hard fans know her from the movie The Gospel, but the real ones know her from Daddy's Little Girl. That's the movie where Idris Elba hits a nigga with his car.
You know, I won't go see that movie.
Crazy movie.
The dude with the
Watch
axe.
it.
No, it's the chainsaw.
Baby, you know if we went to see that.
Yeah, this whole
I caught a
scene was
few episodes occasionally, but not enough to form an opinion. It was one of those shows I just randomly remembered existed. The most I remember about it is the theme song and that Fletcher meet. So let's find
Oh,
out
yeah.
exactly what happened to Ant
That
Farm.
meme's
And
still
where's
funny.
the best place to start? That's right, the pilot.
Like that freaking Sledger meme. Yo, at one point in time, that meme was like freaking trending on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was at one point. You just had to like beat her or something. Also, guys, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I haven't used TikTok in a while. I haven't been on it. I wasn't even on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok yet since the ban and since it was lifted. Because at this point, I don't know, bro. They still find to keep TikTok right now at this point. You know what I'm saying? The whole situation is just crazy when you really think about it. But me personally, like back then when I was doing TikTok, right now I still have like 3,000 followers on there. Not saying that obviously, I'm some type of good content creator on there. Like at one point I was gaining followers a lot because back then I used to make edits on there a lot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I started making edits like around 2024 September. Like that was the last time I literally made an edit on TikTok. And then if you see my TikTok page, Tollax Road, by the way, the last time I posted on there was a freaking what? I think it was in January 1st. But then no, I think it was in December. I don't know. But then I wasn't on there for January. I don't know, man. Sorry guys, I don't want to freaking hold y'all up with this. I was just talking about my experience with that freaking Sledger meme that he mentioned. I just had to like tell you about it. Ant Farm. Oh yeah, shout out Dolce.
The episode
Hey, shout out to Dolce for real. You know, she won at the Grammys. I think she won the freaking best album with a mixtape or something. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dolce for real, guys. She's very talented and she's still young too. So that's a nice combination. I'm not gonna hold you.
starts with our lead, China, on her first day of school.
Lockers instead of cubbies. Driver's
Oh,
ed
yeah.
instead of kitty bikes. Him instead of. What was it talking about?
Pretty
Oh,
sure
nah.
homie's like 5 years older than you.
She got herself. Oh, nah, yo.
Once inside the ant farm, they are greeted by Gibson.
Welcome to the ant farm. I love doing that.
Hate this nigga already.
I'm Gibson. You're too
He did that every time, bro. I'm like, we get it, bro. Jesus Christ. But I get it. It was funny when he did it.
tutor, guidance counselor, and therapist, all rolled up in one. I also give out licorice.
Next,
Lucas from the hair is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You have to have that type of hair to store stuff in it like that.
we have the theme song. In my opinion, this is one of the more underrated themes on the channel. This song
yeah.
still bangs, especially the chorus.
It does.
Back on the show, we meet another ant named Olive. Here, we learn a little bit more about the program. ANT stands for Advanced Natural Talents.
There you
Everyone
go.
in the ANT program has a unique gift. Olive has an eidetic memory, Fletcher is an art prodigy, China is a music prodigy, and Angus is a computer genius, and apparently has access to missiles. We meet back
What
up with
the
them in
hell?
music class, where we meet Lexi and her friend Paisley. And unfortunately, China's in the wrong seat.
Hi, I'm China. Well, let's see if this China is breakable.
Oh, God.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah, she's so disrespectful.
During class, China gets singled out by the teacher to showcase her musical talents, leaving Lexi jealous. We also find out that the school will be performing Hairspray the musical and are currently holding auditions.
Going out for cash because obviously I'm the leading man type. I was in that play, Les Miserables. I played less.
China is excited to be a part of it, but Lexi isn't having any of that shit. She's been in damn near every musical. She was even Fiddler on the Roof. Also, are schools allowed to do Hairspray? Seems a
Yeah,
little
true,
high
are
risk
they?
for a high school.
Negro Day.
China ignores Lexi's taunts and signs up anyway. All of
Yo, let me know what school, bro. How do schools allow that, bro? Like, what if something happens to your freaking, I don't know, your freaking child, and then you want to like file a report and stuff? That's why they probably shouldn't have it. That's why you should go to the freaking salon and not to a school. Go to a place that actually knows what they're doing when it comes to that type of stuff. Because one wrong move and boom, World War III is going to start. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Olive warns China about messing with the big kids. Apparently, all the ants are terrified of them, which honestly makes sense. These are just a bunch of children. They don't even eat in the calf. They barely leave.
Also, I just want to say, I'm going to get back to it. Don't worry, guys. I just want to say, like, one thing about Ant Farm that stood out to me was, like, all the episode names featuring the freaking letters A.N.T. Those two guys alone, like, off the episodes, you could literally search up Ant Farm episode names. It's going to show what I'm just talking about, you know, but it's all capital too. That's one thing I will say that was unique about the show too, that stood out to me, in my opinion.
Leave the safety of the ant farm. It's almost like, when you really think about it, putting children in high school is a terrible idea. Amidst the class change, to avoid being trampled to death, China and Olive rush and hide in a locker. Either these lockers are huge, or these kids are hella small. I ain't never had a locker this big. Also, I don't think I've ever seen someone get shoved into a locker either.
Screw you, Jake.
Speaking of lockers, do y'all remember the American Dad episode when Steve was trapped in a locker?
Oh no, Jew looks like a grown-ass man.
Yeah. Oh no. Yo, that part was funny as hell on that show. Oh my gosh. That brought back so many memories. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I never had a locker like this either. Wait, they have lockers? I'm trying to think, guys. I think I did, but they weren't the ones that they have an ant farm. I will say that.
This cupcake was so worth it.
No, it's not, yo. It's not cupcake.
This is not my locker, and that's not a cupcake. That would explain.
Like imagine you being a locker and you just eating something off the I don't know the freaking ground or whatever you think is. Oh, this tastes good. Like you don't know what it is. You probably don't even see what it is. I'm just saying, man. That's not the first thing I would do. What unless it was the apocalypse or something. But still, I would probably wouldn't trust it.
Clean the tail.
Ew.
What the fuck? While in the locker, China overhears Lexi planning a party tonight, and she wants in. Olive says it's a bad idea, reminding her that the older kids don't like them. But China stands on business. She says it's time for the ants to have some fun and experience high school stuff like the rest of the students. After some convincing, Olive and Fletcher meet up at China's house. The plan was for them to dress up a little older so they could blend in with the rest of the students. So Fletcher comes dressed like Monopoly Man meets Cab Calloway. Homie got a fucking zoot suit on. And Olive shows up with fake boobs.
I know I smell
Oh,
fruit.
nah, yo.
It's blueberry yogurt. I want them to look natural, and the label said all natural.
Oh,
You know what's crazy? I bet niggas thought this was the funniest thing in 2011. How could y'all possibly think this is what she meant by looking older? You see,
I think in that one episode, Fletcher, he was able to get a girl. He was flirting too, I think. That episode was just funny.
high school kids every day. None of them look like this. After lying to her dad, who's a cop by the way, and sneaking out of the house because of course they did, ain't no way these kids would be allowed to go to a house party alone. Once there, they try their best to fit in, but fail miserably. China gets stunned because she's never kissed a dude. Fletcher's doing magic tricks. Olive is hyped up on sugar, looking like Max from Foster. Now this next part kind of pisses me off because they blame China for these niggas making shit weird. I get that she brought him and wasn't even invited, but one, you should have kicked them out the moment they walked through your door. That's on you. And two, Fletcher broke the sound system and Olive is the one hopping around. China didn't do shit. With the party ruined, China tries to salvage what's left by singing a cover of Dynamite by Tayo Cruz. This actually unlocked a memory. I remember seeing this on the channel. Soon after, the party gets busted. China gets grounded and Olive's boobs drop.
Don't twist that way.
What the fuck is that smell?
And the episode ends with China being moved in officially to the ant farm.
Oh, nah, yo.
Coming up next, this school is anything but ordinary. The Extraordinary Ant Farm is next on Disney Channel Summer. And now, back to Ant Farm on Disney Channel.
And that was Ant Farm, the pilot. Overall, it was fine. The cast had decent chemistry, the song was pretty good, and it was overall okay. But as a whole, the show's not great. As the show progresses, you quickly learn that this is a jokes first, character second type of show, if that makes sense. Which isn't inherently a bad thing, but the problem is, it's not funny.
No.
Which is a shame because it was produced by a Laugh production, and I barely laughed once.
I love it when they serve grilled cheese sandwiches. It's so much better than yesterday.
Okay, why is he? I just want. Okay, bro. I'm not the type of dude to really be like a food critic, like whatever it's called, man. Why is my man's eating a freaking grilled cheese sandwich with a fork? What the heck? I think that's what this person, the uploaders, he's gonna say that to. Watch. And guys, I'm not the type of dude, you know. I said this just stood out to me right here. Watch.
Yesterday's angel hair pasta.
Yeah, I wish Angel would wear a hairnet.
While you're serving food.
One, why are they eating grilled cheese with a knife and fork? Like, legit, this kind of pisses me off. What are they doing? Like a Seinfeld reference? And two, I hope you like that joke because their entire humor is summed up in that one scene. They do this shit all the time. They make the same joke the same way damn near every episode.
The air conditioning is so cold. My buns are freezing. 2 hours of baking for nothing. This backpack is so heavy. My back is killing me. What do you have in there? A ton of bricks?
Yes, a ton of bricks. By Kathleen Lombard.
Maybe she's gonna unite two warring Dave crews like she did in Give Peace a
Dance.
Just share my notebook for better for class.
That's ridiculous. Our dance crews get along great.
Alright, we good. We good, chat.
There's only one person here. And Wacky's not gonna buy anything. He spent all his money on sheep's clothing.
Oh, nah, yo.
Ooh, I love cartoons. I've watched over 70,000 and kept the log.
Oh, you must have a ton of free time for that, bro. Jesus Christ. As a person, back then, I wasn't really allowed to do that, bro. Jeez, because with my household, guys, I'm not trying to get personal. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that if anybody does that, you must have a ton of free time, bro. You must not have a life. That's what it's called. That's what people call a no life. For someone who has a ton of time on their hands and is able to freaking, I don't know, complete. For example, right? Let's say 2K. Like, if you have a bunch of time on your hand. No, sorry. Yeah, 2K. If you have a lot of time on your hands, like I'm talking from the day starting all the way to like the day ending, all day, bro. 12 hours from start to finish. Don't go to sleep. Well, you maybe do go to sleep, but anyways, you freaking grind on your My Career Player all the way, full badges, full everything, freaking no life. Jesus Christ, bro. I'm gonna be like, dude, do you have a life or something? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just gonna be curious, you know. That's what he's saying basically, minus the 2K part. That was my terminology I was trying to use, guys. All right.
All right, so y'all just seen that corny ass shit.
Also, something I wasn't expecting. They make being an ant look terrible. Everybody around them hates them. The only one that rocks with him is Gibson, and he's useless. They're either being bullied, used, or just not taken seriously. Principal Skidmore is one of the worst people in the show. Not only does she hate them,
guys. My freaking thing is accurate. I'm sorry. Sometimes I pause videos. It's not that I'm trying to talk. It's sometimes that I'm trying to freaking get the video from lagging. That's what happens.
But she admits to only having the program just to exploit them.
The whole point of the A.N.T program is that I can take your advanced natural talents and exploit them for my own benefit.
Oh, nah.
It's like a sweatshop.
I would switch schools at this point. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Once you tell me that, that's all I need to know. Packing my things, packing everything, I'll be like, goodbye. And whoever I say goodbye to, I do. And whoever I don't, adios amigo, como estás? Like, come on now.
Shop. Only we have smoke alarms.
Damn, nigga. She's forced them to do manual labor like making grape juice, writing seminars, subbing for teachers, painting her a self-portrait. Once she made them watch her baby. She's also a shitty principal.
Couldn't you get a freaking Nancy to watch your baby? What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ.
It's amazing how this school is.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that lie. I should just say cheese Louise. I'm sorry, guys. I don't use the word's name in vain. That's also that's not a reason the word's name in vain when you say, oh my God, oh Jesus Christ, man. Sometimes things just irritate me. I just want to put that out there, guys, all right? So I'm not trying to do that a lot. For real.
School is still open.
We don't have the money in the budget. One of you crybabies complained about not having doors on the bathroom stalls.
Does that mean that there were no doors on the bathroom stalls before this? In one episode, the school's cooling and heating system were broken. She claims that there was no money in the budget to fix it, and yet she's using the money for her own gain while the school can't even afford a clock. The main three have decent chemistry, but
did they just eat a freaking, I don't know, like, that looks like freaking at least 10 entrees of pudding, my nigga. Damn, that's crazy.
Their relationship with each other barely get explored. With the exception of a few episodes, the most of what they say to each other is just bad punchlines or a corny jab.
Every business book I've ever read says you should never do business with friends.
Wow.
But you're going in on this with me. Exactly.
And that would be all fine and good if the writing wasn't ass. I say that, but the writing in this show is bad. But there are moments where it's so bad, it's kind of good.
Hey, China, can I have a pencil?
Look, Angus, everyone's been asking me for pencils.
Oh,
and I already sent 3 home to my family. Look, I'm so sorry, but I just can't.
Fine, China. I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
You know, having pencils has changed you.
Oh, nice.
Bruh, there were moments where I was just sitting there confused, like,
what's going on here? Where am I? What the? Huh? What the hell's going on here? Huh?
The premise feels irrelevant, if that makes sense. Each episode, especially going into season 2, becomes less and less about the Ant Farm. This could be the same show without China being a prodigy. They could have even kept the singing stuff and just put China in the drama club with Lexi. You could argue that this is all part of its charm, but even if that's the case, it fumbles the execution. Season 1 was the most tame compared to the rest of the seasons, and my personal favorite. It still felt like a fish out of water story that they took time to expel on with these characters. You get to see how difficult it is for them to go through high school as kids while also seeing them grow more confident in their gifts, all the while experiencing the woes of growing up. This was the thing that grounded the show for me and made all the jokes and wacky shit tolerable. Season 2 is where everything becomes chaotic. They ramp up the snarkiness so much so that it becomes obnoxious, and the stories become more nonsensical. There's no real development with the characters. With that said, there is one episode I want to talk about. It's the Black History episode.
Oh, snap.
Preparing my present.
Hey, it is Black History Month too, so let's see it. You know what I'm saying? This episode he's about to say is kind of important, especially during this month too.
Station. Skadoosh! Fletcher, it's Black History Month, not Jack Black History Month.
Oh, nah.
I thought it was weird he got a whole month.
China has a presentation due for history class and wants to make a song for it. After falling asleep, she's transported to the Cotton Club in 1930s New York.
What?
Also, somehow the wolf made it in. China is supposed to be Ella Fitzgerald, and she's late for her show. She gets on stage and she starts scatting, which is one of the things Ella was famous for. This low-key reminds me of that jazz sketch from Mad TV.
Skin man, rockety floppity.
She finds out that the Cotton Club is whites only, and though she works here and makes them money, black people are not allowed to watch or attend. She storms off just to come back to the present.
I'll show you. Wait until you see a picture of President Obama.
The fact that she's not questioning at all what just happened is wild to me. She goes back in, but ends up in the 1960s as Aretha Franklin.
Wow. Wow.
Hallelujah!
Alright, so this next part is wild. After singing a song, she does it all over again and comes back in 1983.
What
Michael, will you please keep her out of the shot?
Sorry, I'll take care of it.
Oh, nah, yo.
Yes. She's supposed to be Janet Jackson. Her dad is Michael Jackson, and Cameron's Jermaine.
My name is Tito.
You know, out of all the things they could have done, out of all the people they were going to reference, I was not expecting Janet and Michael Jackson, which in hindsight makes sense, but I still wasn't ready. Also, if I had a nickel for every time I talked about the Jackson family in a video, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
And you may be my little sister, Janet, but right now, I need you to beat it.
This show is dumb as hell, man. This show is so ridiculous.
Wow.
Annie, are you okay?
Nigga, shut up. The whole point was to talk about how, even though Janet wasn't part of the Jackson 5, that doesn't mean that she can't be a star. And with a spin and a fall, she comes back to reality, just in time for her presentation.
Most of you know that when it comes to music, I usually don't have much trouble.
Nah, yo.
In fact, normally I'll sing at the drop of a hat.
Oh, nah.
And she sings a song referencing all the past musicians to the beat of the theme song.
Why do you go?
I'm not gonna hold you. I like this a lot. This is one of my favorite episodes, and I believe a good example of what a balanced Ant Farm episode could look like. But other than that, season 2 is still bad. In season 3, they changed locations. To make a long story short, a high-tech billionaire builds his own boarding school for gifted children, and everybody jumps ship.
There is no way that you are taking these prodigies away from me. They are extremely loyal.
Yeah, not loyal to you. Not get this stuff in.
Where did you say we could get an application? You know what? I'll just give you my information. Hold still, Susan.
This was actually very satisfying to see. We spent 2 seasons with them dragging this school. They did deserve better. They also changed the title sequence, which was admittedly pretty cool. The plots were the same, if not crazier. I hated the new character dynamic with Lexi and pretty cool. The plots were the same, if not crazier.
I don't know. She looked like Katy Perry from that one music video with Juicy J.
I hated the new character dynamic with Lexi and Angus being around more, and I'll get to the Olive and Fletcher stuff, but that didn't save it either. It's still obnoxious and not funny, but what makes season 3 so interesting is that when you take away the fish out of water high school element, it's still the same show. Arguably worse, but still the same. This could have been the whole show, which is just adding to my confusion of what this show became and what it could have been. Season 3 felt like a new show, but fumbled the bag within the first episode. I honestly can't believe it made it this far.
Stick around. Sizzling Summer will be right back with Ant Farm. Disney Channel.
What if I don't stick around? That's the question. Let me know if I don't stick around.
I'm China Ann McClain from A.N.T, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Yeah, back then.
Here you go, calling my phone with another lie I ain't interested in.
China Parks, played by China Ann McClain. China was very entertaining. I love her expressions and reactions to all the bullshit happening around her.
My name is Cameron Parks, and I can predict the future.
Oh no.
I like that they didn't hold back on China's gift. She sings a lot, so much so that it becomes a running gag.
This is my one chance to sing in public. What about the time you sang Dynamite at my party? And then you sang Unstoppable in the hallway?
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the few moments you're not singing in public.
But they showcase her playing a plethora of instruments. She has a bit of an ego when it comes to her gift. Anytime it's challenged or questioned, she's quick to let a nigga know. Like the episode where Angus got picked to make a jingle instead of her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the musical prodigy. This makes no sense.
Can we talk about this later? I'm eating.
I like how China is never intimidated by Lexi. She mostly treats them like an afterthought. I wouldn't even call them rivals.
Yo, guys, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm sorry. When you mentioned, I'm not talking about this Lexi show. No, guys, I just want to say this. Like, basically, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I know I'm getting off topic, but I had this crush named Lexi. We went to high school together. Like, I never spoke to her, but bro, she was fine as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Not the Lexi on the Ant Farm. Like I said, it was a different Lexi that I went to high school with. I just wanted to put it out there, right?
Because it's completely one-sided. China lives rent-free in her mind. When they get a chance to perform on American Needs Talent, Lexi goes out of her way trying to sabotage China because she knows that she can't beat her on her own. I was so glad China set her up. She needed to be embarrassed.
I don't understand. I stole your song. No, you stole the fake song I left for you to steal after I heard you tell Paisley you're playing.
Hey, 200 IQs.
Her dynamic with Olive and Fletcher were interesting. It gave the vibe that she tolerated them more than she liked them. Don't get me wrong, she is there for them, like when she broke into the art museum to steal back one of Fletcher's paintings. But there are moments where they take advantage of her kindness and she quickly exposes them, like when Olive tricked her into signing up for Ant Rep. That was a wild episode. They were doing everything in their power to not be elected.
I promise my ideas will knock you out.
Where will I put all this toxic waste? I'll just dump it here. And it'll go right out to the ocean.
What? To be fair, she ain't no saint either. She's definitely screwed them over a few times just to run away or claim ignorance. Like when she ruined Olive's relationship with the spy and never said anything. Honestly, I think she took that to the grave. But yeah, China was a solid character. Olive Doyle, played by Sierra McCormick. Olive is the smart one of the group, if not the school. If not the world. She is the youngest member of Mensa. I thought Olive was fine. She's a very quirky know-it-all in a endearing sort of way.
Interesting factoid.
I know they were getting tired of her just because she was so smart.
The Presidio was fortified in 1776 when the Spanish made it the military center of their expansion.
Olive has an eidetic memory and has retained a lot of information for only being 11. She's written countless books, including her own autobiography. She can speak 57 different languages. She can even braid hair.
Usually when I cornrow China's hair, I don't actually find corn in it.
For someone so smart, she's very gullible. China and Lexi have tricked her countless times. Lexi once tricked her into doing maid service. Something I found interesting about her is how she fundamentally hated the A.N.T program. She's expressed this countless times.
I need somebody to give a speech about the A.N.T program.
You mean explain how innocent 11-year-olds have been robbed of their youth by their principal, a power-hungry tyrant?
This hits harder when you remember that Olive never wanted to join in the first place. Her parents made her. There's an episode where Olive gets amnesia, and because of this, she gets kicked out of the A.N.T farm, just to find out later that she was pretending the whole time.
The whole time, I was trying to keep my best friend around. She was trying just as hard to get away from me.
No, I never wanted to get away from you. Just the big kids.
Yeah, it's stupid, but oddly compelling. Homie was desperate to escape high school. If it wasn't for China and Fletcher, she would have never lasted. After this episode, they never explore this again, and Olive's quirkiness slowly turns into her being a smartass. She kind of adopts this "I'm too good for this shit" mentality, and now she talks to everyone like they're stupid. I didn't mind it. Olive was already pretty funny to me, so this was kind of welcomed, but it never really added anything to her character or the show. So yeah, for the most part, I still enjoyed Olive. Fletcher Quinby, played by Jake Short. Fletcher is the fun-loving art prodigy. Homie is a top-tier artist. He even gets offered a job in New York to paint full-time. Homie legit dropped out of school for this. Like, homie gets in a cab and never looks back. I wish they played into his artistry a bit more. He's also a dumbass. I swear, some of the shit he says just makes me want to punch a wall.
Fletcher wasn't really the dumb one. I know what he's saying. The dumb character on the show, it was obviously Cameron, you know.
You understand the term cat burglar?
Obviously. Seems I'm the only one who does. Without lids, things would be boiling over and splattering. And how would you make rice?
Damn.
In a microwave.
Well, you can, but it's not as moist.
It's kind of funny.
Days ago, dinosaur nuggets became extinct, eliminating the last evidence of the great reptiles' existence.
You left the door open.
They still got down.
What? So, when a warm front and a cold front meet, it creates...
Oh, nah, yo. That would be hilarious.
It creates what? Don't leave me hanging.
But beyond that, Fletcher is kind of hard to place. When he's not with the girls, he's usually doing his own thing that doesn't really amount to much. The most notable thing he did was have a crush on China and date Olive. And I guess now is as good as time as any. Olive,
like I said earlier, he had the hose.
And Fletcher date in season 3 for 2 episodes. And you know what? This could have worked if they were better friends. Olive treated this nigga like dirt. Second to Cameron, he was the most bullied character in the entire show. And the same goes for Fletcher. He made an entire cartoon making fun of Olive. Adding this romantic element between them just feels so sporadic and baseless. I don't know. I feel like they didn't do enough to make a love-hate relationship work. So yeah, I didn't care for the relationship, and I didn't really care for Fletcher as a character, to be honest. Lexi Reed, played by Stephanie Scott. Lexi's entire identity is popular girl. And I wish I could say more. Yeah, she had a bigger role in season 1 as the main antagonist, but as the series progressed, she became less and less relevant. She just hates China and the ants for honestly no reason. I know she's jealous of China, but I guess she also just hates kids. Also, the reveal of her being a math genius was kind of cool, but it barely gets brought up again. So yeah, Lexi kind of became an afterthought for me. Angus Chestnut, played by Aiden Minks. I didn't care for Angus. Hell, if he wasn't a part of season 3, I wouldn't even talk about him now. Honestly, it felt like homie was only around so they could make fat jokes.
Calm down, China.
Yo.
That wasn't me.
But similar to Olive, they changed his character for season 3. And just like her, he doesn't add anything. He's actually kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's a debate prodigy. A girl whose talent is talking. No, thank you.
Boy, fuck you.
Oh, nah, yo.
You see what I mean? Like, why this nigga talking like he runs shit? So yeah, that's all I really gotta say about him. Cameron Parks, played by Carlin Jeffrey. Cameron low-key reminds me of Troy Barnes from Community. Though I might just be saying that because they got those big old eyes.
Fuck you looking at, nigga?
Man, I feel for Cameron. Nobody likes this nigga. So much so that I'm convinced that his whole purpose is to be dumb and hated.
Wow.
Exactly.
Even looking like this, I bet girls still don't notice you.
It's kind of ironic that someone with no future thinks he can predict the future.
Accept it. She finds me irresistible.
Oh, no.
Look at yourself.
Damn.
You're irresistible.
I see where you're going with this. You find her. Cameron meets her for real.
I feel bad, okay. Mel's even getting roasted by the huzz. It's crazy, man.
She can shoot him down like an enemy plane and we can all get on with our lives. Good plan.
All the things to predict. Cameron had to go with the end of the world. Oh, he's even untalented at having fake talent.
I'm applying to college.
Really? As a student or for like a maintenance job? Because frankly, I don't think you're qualified for either.
Cameron? No. Even if one of the things on the list we had to find was Cameron, we wouldn't want Cameron.
How come you got China present and not me?
You know how girls are. They're obsessed with fitting in. But see, the great thing about you, Cameron, is that no matter what you do, you'll never fit in.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
He's the Meg of Ant Farm. Homie cannot catch a break. He is constantly catching strays. Homie can never win. And even when he does, it doesn't last long. There was an episode where Cameron gets a date to the school dance just to find out that it was all in his head.
How could this be?
Nah, yo.
You imagined her. Obviously, you couldn't handle the grim reality that you'd never have a date for the dance. So your subconscious invented a date to protect what tiny shred of self-worth you have.
I guess you can say the only girls he gets are in the pages of a catalog. His stands, Lord of the Bluff, his lives from legendary to the truth made him. I'm getting off track.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And
that movie was good too, right there. That clip you just showed.
The next episode, Homie is going through it.
My Shayla.
Face ass. So China tries to cheer him up by finding the girl in the magazine, and a bunch of unfunny stuff later, they finally meet the girl. And to his surprise, she likes him.
China, we did it. She actually likes me.
This episode was his first and only dub, because in the next few episodes, they're still together, but everyone is praying for their downfall. Everyone keeps telling him that he...
If everyone's praying for me, on my downfall in my relationship, man, I'll be looking at y'all there for you. I'm not gonna lie. Because I never did that to y'all. Like, what the hell? Like, why would I be praying on my relationship to fail, bro?
Doesn't deserve her. She's out of his league, or there's something wrong with her.
There must be some other reason she's interested in you. Maybe she's a vampire with a thirst for human blood.
Oh, God.
With everyone in his head, he fumbles the relationship and loses the girl. Then Lexi tells him that it's for the best because it's too much pressure for him.
Maybe this breakup's for the best. It's too much pressure for a guy like you to go out with a beautiful girl.
Man, if a female ever told me that, bro, I'm just going with a guy like this. Tell me that right after I broke up with someone. Are you serious?
Shut your bitch ass up!
See what I mean? Homie cannot catch a break. Even when he returns in season 3, they don't even give him a welcome back sitcom cheer. They just laugh at him. And you know what's sad? Cameron isn't even that bad of a character. Honestly, he's one of the funniest people in the show.
Hello, Dixie. My little angel.
That
and who's this lovely young whippersnapper you brought with you?
I'm surprised he didn't get his own spinoff with Jason Earls or something. He's also one of the nicest, which is wild because homie ain't no saint, but still. But yeah, to my surprise, I really rock with Cameron.
Yeah.
Coming up next, this school is anything but ordinary. The Extraordinary Ant Farm is next on Disney Channel Summer.
Yeah, first I'm on Disney Channel already.
And now back to Ant Farm on Disney Channel.
I should have kept going.
Surprisingly, Ant Farm had a pretty decent guest star list. James Hong as a restaurant store owner. Zendaya makes a guest appearance as Sequoia Jones. Vanessa.
Bro, how did I forget about Zendaya? Oh my gosh. Damn. I forgot she appeared on the show.
Morgan plays Vanessa LaFontaine. R2-D2 and 3CPO make a cameo.
Yo, step off, fool.
Lauren and Sierra McLean with Sharinda Kinderlow with the group Trifecta. Bernine Watson played their grandmother. The homie Piper Curta plays Kennedy, who's looking to run for president in the year 2032. Also, she had a subplot where it was revealed that she was the daughter of an evil businessman. Chris Rock showed up in season 3.
You know what kind of pet I had when I was a kid? A rock. Yeah, not a pet rock, just a nasty old rock from the street. And I was happy to have him. Called a Roxy Rock. I love that rock. But anywho,
and Roshan Fegan appears in the season finale. Ant Farm was definitely not what I was expecting. It's a show that isn't trying to say anything or play with a certain concept. It's just a fun time, or at least it's trying to be. The way season 3 ended left the door open for a possible season 4. But unfortunately, on March 21st, 2024, the show would be canceled. Now, depending on who you ask, the show was canceled due to 3 possible reasons.
Man, I want to hear his reasons, though. In my opinion, they should have kept going. Because if they kept going, they probably would have got better, in my opinion. Like, we all know, of course, I think the worst season, like he said earlier, was just season 2, maybe. But I just feel like the show should have kept going, you know. Because in my opinion, this is my opinion only, guys. This is what I think. I feel like the show would have potential if it just kept going, to me.
1. Jake Short leaving the show to focus on Mighty Men. 2.
Shout out to Mighty Men. Another good show. I remember watching that too.
McLean wanted to pursue her own music career. The third reason, and the one that I'm choosing to believe, it had enough episodes for syndication. I don't know if they still do it, but it was believed that Disney Channel had a rule, the 65 episode rule. If a show exceeded more than 65 episodes, it would be canceled and put in syndication. So yeah, do I recommend the show? Given the choice, no. But if you're looking for some dumb nostalgic fun, knock yourself out. But as for me, I'ma keep it moving. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it.
Hey, shout out to this guy. You know, he broke down this video very well. This brought back so many memories of me watching it. I was way younger back then. And guys, I just want to say, appreciate y'all for watching the reaction video. And yeah, it's been your boy Tollax. I'm out. Deuces.